Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Thursday, 23rd March 2017. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. More than 1,000 women responded to a call by Junior Minister Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams on Wednesday afternoon to march through Charlestown. The march, which began just after 5 p.m., snaked its way towards the villa with women and girls in commemorative T-shirts and placards with pointed messages. At the villa, a rally featuring a number of local artists made their contribution in song, drama, and messages seeking to empower women and girls. The audience, which was mainly women, also had a number of men in attendance, a fact which many of the speakers highlighted.
And I want to encourage our brothers, all of us, all our men folk. You are of woman, you are from a woman. And we have to support our sisters. Our societies can only be improved when men and women are working together in the interest of our societies, in the interest of men, women, boys, and girls. And we want to ensure that St. Kitts and Nevis reaches that SDG of 50-50 when the time comes.
That was MP in Antigua, Honorable Joan Messiah, addressing the many women at the Charlestown Secondary School grounds. Nevis's lone female member of Parliament, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, said she felt proud of the turnout and pledged her help to help any women having issues.
In life, we have to make sacrifices, and we must start now. We must start now. If we want a better paying job, we must prepare ourselves. And I'm saying to you here, I'm making a commitment. If you need some assistance in going to take a class or two, I'm ready and committed to assist. If you want to do some training to change your life, to position yourself, to make a better contribution in life, I stand ready to support you. I stand ready to help you. So make the change now. Make the change today. Because as women, we are better together. As women, we have to be prepared to poise ourselves so that we can lead long and enjoyable and exemplary lives. Let me hear it for our women. Women, I am a bold woman. I am a bold woman. Let us be bold for change.
Wednesday evening's rally ended with the two powerful soca artists, Shanna out of St. Kitts, while regional soca artist Destra, proclaimed Queen of Bacchanal out of Trinidad, brought down the curtains with an energetic performance, much to the delight of the majority female audience. At the Regional Women's Forum on Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, held yesterday at the Mount Nevis Hotel, Director of Sustainable Development in the Ministry of Social Development, Anselm Keynes, spoke on the best practices and challenges that are faced in the island of Nevis. Keynes assured the gathering that the Ministry of Social Development plans on executing all 17 of the SDGs, but singled out poverty on the island.
Of importance for women is that our National Social Protection Strategy prioritizes a number of vulnerable groups for social protection intervention, including single and teenage mothers. We have also seen many of these social impact assessments becoming more gender sensitive with the increasing use of sex disaggregated data, which helps government in its analysis and the targeted distribution of resources. In a bid to reduce poverty and help the poor and needy amongst us, we have seen in Nevis the implementation of free electricity and water for senior citizens over 65 years of age. Existing gaps and constraints, unemployment issues, teenage pregnancy, and the plight of the working poor are challenges which we continue to grapple with, especially amongst young single mothers.
The director then went on to speak about food security.
The agricultural sector of St. Kitts and Nevis is an area which is generally open to the services of women just as much as men. Indeed, in certain areas of the agricultural sector, such as agro-processing, females tend to dominate in participation. In support of their endeavors, the Ministry of Agriculture seeks to offer training to many of our agro-processors in areas such as bottling of goods and labeling. Concessions are also provided on equipment, and the ministry also seeks to maintain a relationship with the agro-processing group and assist them with establishing linkages with other establishments that would serve as a market for their produce, example the Four Seasons Resort, and I am aware that there have already been preliminary discussions with the proposed Park Hyatt.
Keynes also gave a brief overview of other SDGs, including good health and well-being, quality education, and gender equality.
Okay, thank you very much.
The Ministry of Health on Nevis on Thursday began a 2-day stakeholder consultation for the National Multi-Sectoral Action Plan for Non-Communicable Diseases. The consultation is being held at the Nevis Disaster Management Conference Room and has representatives from social services, Ministry of Health, faith-based organizations, and the Ministry of Education. Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Judy Nisbet, in her opening remarks, gave some sobering statistics as to how non-communicable diseases affect Nevis.
As we are aware, the burden of non-communicable diseases is increasing in our federation and has significant social, economic, and health consequences. Our statistics reveal chronic non-communicable diseases account for the majority of our deaths in St. Kitts and Nevis. 83% of all deaths are as a result of non-communicable diseases, with neoplasms accounting for 45% of these deaths, cerebrovascular disease, that's strokes, contributing 23%, and complications of diabetes, 17%. The leading cause of morbidity, as indicated by hospitalizations at Alexandra Hospital and visits to clinics, continue to be hypertension and diabetes.
According to Dr. Nisbet, the prevalence of NCDs is so wide in our community that everyone can point to someone they know with one or more of the conditions. And in order to combat the problem, the consultation needs to come up with strategies.
It is important to hear the thoughts, the ideas, the views of a wide cross-section of the population. We need your support as we discuss and fine-tune this multi-sectoral plan and later as we execute it. Without community participation, this plan will not be successful. We cannot afford to fail as a society in arresting this epidemic of non-communicable diseases.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Nicole Liburd, said that the development of a 2-year plan from 2017 to 2019 will address concerns.
This exercise will guide our process here in the Federation, where we will plan our strategy to address diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and cancers, which form our greatest burden of disease. Despite our education efforts, behavior change is not where it should be. Is it related to our culture, where us women and girls love to be round up because that's what we feel is attractive? As we look around the Latin American and Caribbean region, we see that Barbados has implemented a 10% tax on sugary drinks, with Mexico also implementing a similar tax recently. Is this a model we would like to follow?
The theme for the 2-day consultation is Uniting Against Chronic Diseases, and featured presentations from Dr. Marissa Carty, the coordinator of NCD programs, and Dr. Tumo Kanda, the PAHO advisor on chronic diseases. Still to come.
I just want to say thanks to the Social Service Single Parent Support Group for remembering Madikai at this time.
The details after this break.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The Organization of American States OAS representative to St. Kitts and Nevis, Terence Craig, lauded the organizers of the historic two-day Sub-Regional Women's Forum on the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). He said the conference brings into focus the need for more women in the political arena in the region. Mr. Craig's comment came when he spoke with the Department of Information following the opening ceremony on March 22, 2017. He urged women to take up the mantle to help in the development of their communities.
It is indeed an opportune moment to further the empowerment or strengthen the empowerment of our women and girls in society through the implementation of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. In particular, to look at ways how we can implement these Sustainable Development Goals in such a way that women and girls can advance the development and assist more in advancing the development of their community and taking a central role.
The OAS representative used the opportunity to commend the organizers of the forum. He said it is being held at an opportune moment which would further strengthen the empowerment of women and girls in societies across the sub-region, in particular politics.
In politics, they too will stress this issue in particular because I think through politics it will be a great opportunity for women to help assist in the development of their communities and their people, and to help craft policies further for our societies. So it is extremely important that we underscore the role of women, not only in our societies, but in politics as well.
Mr. Craig said through the implementation of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), women and girls can take a central role in the advancement and development of their communities. The Single Parent Support Group of the Social Services Department earlier today made a donation to Madakai Nisbet. Member of the Single Parents Group, Verlin Amri, presented the donation to the grandmother of Madakai Nisbet.
The smallest act of caring for another person is like a drop of water. It will make ripples throughout the entire pond. So this morning, even though the contribution is a bit small, whatever it is, it will make a great difference for this child. So Ms. Nisbet, I will now hand over this token of our love and appreciation to you, because this is coming from all of us, from the bottom of our heart, with love and care.
The grandmother, Agnes Nisbet, then accepted the donation and expressed her gratitude to the Single Parents Group.
I just want to say thanks to the Social Service Single Parent Support Group for remembering Madikai at this time and his family, and giving this token to him. It is very appreciated at this time. To the single parents, I say thank you very much, and to the public who support the single parents by giving them whatever they could give to them to help Madikai. I thank everyone from the bottom of my heart, and I hope the single parents will continue in this work and help those that are in need.
Madakai Nisbet was diagnosed with lymphoblastic leukemia and has been undergoing chemotherapy in Puerto Rico at different intervals over the past year. And that's it for tonight's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.